Hi, Hobbit Racing. Thank you. Um, got rid of all these old little web cameras I had and just using my phone and the Osbot Tiny 2, which Marty recommended. So I'm just testing it out. Nothing really going on. But whoever wants to join, join. Hopefully, I'm not cutting anybody else this time. I think Dave is done with his live. Don't want to get any flack for anything. Where in the hell is it? Specific mark, I can't even see it. Here it is. Jeez. Taking long enough. Here's what I want. The little emblem on there. Oops. A bit big, isn't it? Alright. Damn it. Shrink that down. Just put it right there. That's cool. Hey, Timothy Wood. John Tucci. How you guys doing? I'm just, like I said, testing camera rigs here. I'm setting up my eCam. Here's the other one. Damn, that's huge. Shrink it down. Here we go. That's, I'm going to move that somewhere else. Right there. Yeah, the main one right here is the big screen is the new Osbot Tiny 2 Mini or Tiny 2 Lite. It's a really not real expensive camera. It's both Timothy Wood, so you could run the big cars and the small ones. It's 4-inch lane spacing, so from the center of the slot to the next slot is 4 inches. All right, man. Of course, I know how that was. I'm in the grandkid stage, so you have fun there. Feed your kids. That's important, especially the teenagers. They'll eat you out of the house. Let's see. I think that's good for now. Yeah, no problem. Ask any questions you want about the track, and I'll go ahead and run a car. Run the red one on the outside yellow lane so you can see it run. Ooh. Yeah, I had a lot of webcams. I think I got tired of just having too many multiple angles, and then the webcams are okay, but it would be nice to have one like the one had Marty used on the 24, the 6 hour race, and he has two of them, and they are real reasonable. If you bought like the amount of cameras that I bought in webcams adds up to this one. So if I could use one or two cameras, I'll be happy. The other camera on the top is actually my iPhone. So Ecamm allows you to connect to iPhone because it's a Mac based, system. So that is my telephone right there, my iPhone, and that always has good resolution as well. Hey, you see how you doing? So that's why I'm doing it like this just to make it easier because it kind of gets to be a pain in the ass to try and uh, have multiple webcams, multiple wires. So, but this one is also tracks. Though I have it up high, so I don't know if I could make it track. But there are presets for it you could use to maneuver it in a certain way. I don't think it'll be able to show me because it's too high up and this would be too steep of an angle. I don't think it would work. But I can move the camera as you see, like that. So I can move it all the way down, and it'll hit that's on top of the door edge. So it really pitches down pretty good. So you can't see me, but this is the room, upstairs, hangar one. So you have lights, have a television there, all my cars there. Keep going, it's outside there, and it'll show. This thing really pitches pretty cool. It's probably gonna see the door jamb there. There's the bench. So that's pretty neat, and I'm able to do this. Then I'll turn it around completely, and that's the corner of the room, and follow around like that. And I can angle back to the track. I think it's worth the money. It was $150 on Amazon, so that's a pretty good deal. I mean, for this thing's got a lot of little features, and the quality I'm sure is pretty good too. I don't know if you guys want to comment on the quality at all. If it's what you think it is. That's better. I changed accounts now. But yeah, that's why I'm goofing around with this just right now, and so I'm just just for future. How would you say future lives? We could do it with this only. I will get another one probably eventually. I want to get another one for downstairs for hangar, for Area 51, which I think it'll work good there. It's just one camera, it'll be fine. The the multiple thing is you get too much into it. So the streaming service is called Ecamm. This is through YouTube. So Ecamm it's not like StreamYard. StreamYard you pay I think the same amount or I think more than you would for Ecamm. Ecamm is $39.99 a month. So but it's iMac base. So you can't use it like on Windows. But if you do have a Mac, it's really really good quality. I prefer the Ecamm because you could hook multiple cameras or multiple types of cameras and use it, it'll accept them, and then you get this type of shots like that. So I mean, it's just pretty cool. Like I said, I like it. This is a nice view of the track. To finally get some up above the door, which I couldn't do with the other webcams too much. I couldn't manipulate them because it's just didn't really work. The table, so the track is 14 feet by 5 feet. I kind of made these a little short here. I should have made them a little wider, but I cut them down because the big cars will tend to knock these a little on the corner. As you can see, that's why it'll scrape marks, but it is what it is. I built this track according to Harry's post that he did on Home Racing World on the Home Racing World website. There's an article how he built his Show Me Showdown. So this is about the same thing. The only thing I did different was on the straights I didn't lift them up enough, so this has got more of an angle pitch down, like right about here. So that's the only thing that I think that I may have not have done the way he did it, but it's it is what it is. It works. Just sometimes cars will kind of bounce, but again, it's how I did it. Table's fight is 5 feet wide. It's 5 feet wide. This room's pretty big. When we got this house, I didn't really initially like this house. I was more looking for something like a basement, and we couldn't find anything. All the ones that had basements, they just were kind of a disappointment. There was one house I really liked, but she didn't like it because, of course, she's got to like it as well. But it had an awesome basement. But I was like, well, she didn't want that house, so we got this one. And she said, well, you could use 2 rooms for slot cars, track. So I thought she was crazy, but she was serious. So I have upstairs here, and then right below is Area 51. So not so flat track. No, it's not. It's got to rise up here, so it angles up, angles down and up. So it's kind of like a bowl in a way. It's just I made it a little bit steep, not too steep, but it works. Is the track completely flat or slightly banked? It's tinily banked. It's not severely banked, just a little. So you can see the cars. It's not like commercial track bank. That's too much. I wouldn't do it that way anyway. But yeah, it's got a bank on it though. And it works good. I'm happy with the track. So first wood track I built. The one downstairs I pieced together. That's the one. That is the downstairs was the prototype of the prototype track for Racetrack Scenics, because Racetrack Scenics, I was the first beta tester, and he made the track for me, and I wanted the depth of the slot a certain way, and he did it for me. But like I said, Kevin has come a real long ways with his track, so his tracks are even better than what I have, but that he builds for everybody. So, but yeah, I put that one together and painted it and dialed it. You know, the intent of that was to have people to just order the track and put it together themselves. Well, you know, Kevin came to find out that not everybody is understanding of how the system works. So what he does is he travels to people's locations, and he's been around all over the country, man. He's been as far as Seattle, you know, Colorado, Michigan, Florida, where else? Uh, I mean, up the East Coast as well. You know, so he goes and he puts them together and he paints them and he does everything and wires them and braids them. So, but he enjoys doing that. So it's his tracks are really nice. Real nice tracks. So looks great. My late model is a Carrera track road course runner and fun to drive. Yep, that's what it's all about there. John Cook, thanks for joining us. Robert, how you doing? Brad Slot Car Circuit, how you doing? Yeah, the whole thing is to have fun. I do this to enjoy myself. Right now I'm currently printing the rest of the truck order, so I'm just taking a break from printing. And got this camera. Decided to come down, up here and test it out. But for the price of the camera, it's not too bad. $150 isn't too bad. I think it's worth it. And plus it pans and everything and has presets, and if you like put your hand up like this, you could have it to where it follows you. It's called on the human AI tracks. When I do this and set it, it'll follow the frame and it'll follow you. So I'll be experimenting with that later, like with videos and stuff. I'll do later on, but for now it's just I'm first trying it out. Oh, there you go. I just crashed there. Ugh. I don't have my grabber. I don't have my grabber up here. Maybe the tires a little. How many millions? Yeah, actually, a lot of trucks. The trucks really sold really well. I think it's. Well, Steve says it's the most popular one. So we've sold like about over 50 now. So that's a lot of trucks. And again, that's something that nobody has. That's why people are getting them. Let's see. Do you think 4-foot wide would be okay for a 3-lane oval? Oh, hell yeah. Marty's it's I don't know if his is 4-foot wide, but yeah, it'd be fine. I mean, you'd depending. So I would just stick with 132nd if that's what you're gonna do. 132nd for that size, that'd be fine. Like 4 feet wide, that'd be fine, man. I don't think you'd have a problem with 3-lane. That'd be cool. You'd have a lot of fun with that. Like I said, road courses are fun, but I like ovals more because of the fact you could just have more close quarters racing and pack racing and all that. Let's try this one here. This is for the next series we'll have next year. Clean the tires in this. Yeah, the kit truck had sold a lot, and it was pretty happy with that. These people are buying them. That's cool. It's something that people are enjoying. It's a good thing. Hey, Easy, how you doing? Just messing around here, trying new camera angles. Hey, Swap Car Hub, good morning. How you doing? Right. Let's see. My jig is four lane, 4 inch spacings. We'll do 3 lane on a 4 foot piece. Inside lane on my old track was the fastest for 124 cars. Ah, cool, cool. Bruce, what's up, man? Received truck this week and have started to the build. Great trucks, George, Dave, and Harry. Yeah, thanks, man. Which one did you get? The Chevy? This is the Chevy, and the Ford, and then the Dodge. Or the Dodge, and then there's the '61 Chevys, which I've already sent. So that's one will be pretty good truck too. There you go. Cool. So getting all of them. Oh, okay, cool. Getting all of them. Oh, all right. Yeah, we're gonna try and do another one too. C10, the 68 through 72. That one we need to do. Now it's gonna take a little time to do that one, and then we will do the cut bugs. That's gonna take a little time also. So stay tuned. We do have also the late model Camaro and Camry, like this one here. This is a late model Camaro. So I mean, besides the first one, which is the model number 5, these are pretty cool. They're pretty cool looking, and it's nice to have some late model cars to circle track cars to play the part. Uh, really enjoy building them and doing a lot of tinkering with them and stuff. And the proxy really showed that what we needed to fix. That was breaking more or less, but then we've already taken care of that. So the new ones are a lot stronger, and then of course the chassis have little wire guides on them too, so you can run the wires, and have them nice and neat. As Dave wanted to do that, which is a good idea that he did. So, but yep. So I'm not nothing crazy going on here. Like I said, I'm just hanging out, doing my thing, and just having fun here. Let me see this here. Change the temperature of this. Yeah, it's a trip how you can do that. Change the temperature setting on the camera there. How is planning for truck proxy going? Um, we're still working that out. Haven't really set anything up yet, to be honest. We've been busy with getting the orders out and then trying to work on new models. I have to talk to Dave. We're gonna do it here and at his track, and we may start out with that and then employ other tracks on the next one. It just depends. Right? Running a proxy is really a lot of work, and I've done it with Harry, and Harry's been doing it for years. I've been doing it for a few years, so and I've done some here. It's a little bit of work, making sure everybody's cars, you know, good to go, and getting the timing set up and stuff like that. So it takes a little time to do. So it's not easy. So I mean, having 2 a year or 3 a year is enough. If you start having more than 3 a year, it's too much work, and there's other things in your life besides slot cars. So, but yeah, we'll let you know when it happens. It'll happen. We'll post stuff up on it. Yeah, have a good day, Easy. You have a blessed day also. Thank you. I told Morty I would help him if that works. So, oh, you drive over to Marty's? Is that what you're saying? Go to Marty's and do the race? That's what you're saying? Yeah, it'd be cool if you could do that. Let me see something here. I can put my mug somewhere around here. Talk to people. Behind here. Yeah, there I am. Move this. Yeah, there I am. There I am. I'm behind this. I shouldn't be behind this. Shrink this down a little. Yeah, it, just give us a little, time with that, uh, doing all that stuff. It takes a lot of time to do that. It's not, something easy. And again, like I said, it could be a lot of work doing a proxy, and then it could get a little stressful too, because people react, and you don't want to make people mad, of course. But then there's some people that are just unreasonable, and you just don't want to deal with. So sometimes and they're just toy cars. You gotta remember that. But yeah, you want to be able to, manage the proxy as best you can, stuff like that. Because mistakes will be made. Harry's made mistakes, and he tells the person, "Hey, I made a mistake. Sorry about that." He'll throw in some extra prizes and stuff. Because he feels bad. But sometimes in the moment when you're doing things, you're trying to get things done, and sometimes you forget things. It just happens. So, Clearwater, how you doing? Stephen Greneau. I hope I said that right. I know that's not Greenot. Let's say Greneau. Stephenville, Pensacola, Florida. Cool. How you doing? Daz Slockers, what's up, man? Hope you're doing good. Yes, sir. Good day. You guys, it's morning over there. It's night here, so. Yeah. And yeah, Shotgun Dave was here. I'm sorry. I didn't even say hi to you, Dave. Gosh. I forgot about you were here, man. Sorry about that. But you're probably busy trying to get dinner ready and stuff. That's probably dinner time around there. It's probably what, 5 o'clock? 5:08 over there, so you're probably getting dinner ready. Probably listening to this as you do it. But, yep. So I'm going to do a little test here. So I'm going to do the sound from the tiny camera. I want you to tell me if you could hear me. So let me switch over right now. Okay, I'm on the tiny camera, so I want to know if you guys can hear me when I stand up here. If I come over to the end of the room, is everybody able to hear my voice? Like from right here, stuff like that. If I'm not using this mic, so can you hear me pretty clearly? That's what I'm looking for. If it sounds good or not, please let me know. Oh, you're putting the bearings for your track. Oh, that's right. You gotta share me that file, dude. I have to get on, so everybody can hear me nice and clear. Please just put an acknowledgement if you can hear me nice and clear. I don't know how this sounds until I go into playback, so it's louder than the other camera. So louder than this mic, you mean? Okay, well, cool. That's good. A lot louder. Wow. Okay, hold on a second. Let me lower the volume. How about now? Is that a little better? Not so obnoxious. Camera angles doesn't sound very clear. Okay, cool. So that's cool. That's a good test for that. I know Marty, like I said, has been using those two cameras for his Michigan race. They did the 6-hour Michigan. Good. All right, cool. So that works good. Because sometimes talking into this and it's in front of your face, it works, but I want to be able to have just a little echo. A tiny bit of echo, really. There shouldn't be an echo. You sure it's not on your phone, dude? I have nothing on here that would echo anything. The TV is no sound. This doesn't have sound. My desktop, nothing. So it's kind of weird. But anyways, all right, cool. Easier to hear with AC and fans blowing. A lot louder and a tiny bit echoey. Okay, but the volume increase is good, so it's a little echoey. So if I lower it down, will it be less echoey right now? Very weird. Let me look at the Ozbot Center here and see what this has volume control. I don't think it does. See see something. Okay. Focus. Temperature. Weird. This I have no volume control, so I can't really volume control it. It's very odd. I'm going to do that. Well, it's working good though, so that's good. I'll probably listen to it on the playback. You need to get a. I try not to invest too much, man. It gets expensive. I got a lot of cameras that I don't even use. I have like 3 different cameras. I have the 360 one. You see people put it on their car when they're racing. It does this 360 view. I have the Sony ZV-1, and then the what was the other one? The Pocket one. Just a quick drop to say hello. Off to work. All right, Das Locker. You guys have a good day at work. You guys in Australia? I'm going to work. I'm off 4 days. I only work 3 days, so I get 4 days. Not to rub it in. But yeah, that's my schedule. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I'm off for 4 days. So I worked my work week. That's why yesterday I looked pretty worn out on live with the Australian stock car show, which was really fun to do. Had a lot of laughs. Oh, it's 2 hours, so I mean I held up pretty good. And then I'm sure everybody looked at me and said, "Man, that guy looks tired," which yeah, I was. But that was a lot of fun. Those guys are really doing a lot of good stuff in the hobby. They all have good videos and good content, and it's great to see them. You know, do all that good stuff. Share about. Anybody can make content, but you have to have good content. Otherwise, it's like, my content, it's okay. It's more of a showing things, but teaching the way I do stuff to beginners. Then you have your experts that do a lot more. But my channel is not for experts; it's for people that are just getting into it. Yeah, it was a great show. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed just a lot of the interaction. It was really nice to talk with them and have fun. But real cool stuff, man. Like again, really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. But so, what else is everybody up to? It's Sunday. I was watching some football. I watched my team play, and they actually won, which was kind of surprised because they were doing terrible. The defense is terrible, and they have an older quarterback. And the Steelers like doing that. They had Russell Wilson, which is an old quarterback. Now they got Aaron Rodgers, another old quarterback, and you see a lot of these other teams are having a lot of young guys, man, that are doing real well. And yeah, I don't know why the Steelers don't get it that they need to draft, younger player and bring them up. But yeah, it was a fun time for sure. Definitely, man, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed. Again, I'll just it's just really cool stuff, man. Everybody, you know, chats and gets together and stuff. It's pretty cool, but not much going on. It's Sunday quiet Sunday here in North Carolina. It's been a little bit warm still. Should be cooling off next month as we run into October, and then all the leaves in the trees around the house will fall, make a big mess. I have to rake them up. That's the part I hate about trees. Yeah, so I got huge trees around my house. So when they dump leaves, man. They dump leaves. They're like all over the place. So I'm looking forward to doing that pretty soon. This fall is hitting us here in the United States. But anybody else have anything else to add or talk about? I'm just hanging out here, like I said. I'm not doing anything important. And, just getting things done and just testing out these cameras. Does the quality look pretty good? So let me know what you think of the quality of the camera. I like it. It's 4K, so it's a good amount of visualization. It looks real good, sharp, clear, clean. Looks pretty good. Fun time for sure. I got crazy with mag racing kits. Then one more. Then one more. Then want more or one more? You want 2 more kits? You said. Mag racing is fun. I mean, my grandkids when I had the Carrera track, they would like just crash into cars. You'd put them in the ghost mode, and the two of them would be racing, and then when they collided with ghost cars and would hit their car, that's I have a lot of videos of them having a good time with the old track at the old house. And now they're bigger, it's not much. Not much interested into it now, but I'll be starting a 3D Challenger soon. Oh, cool. How is the shipping from Slot Car Corner to Australia? Is that pretty much, Steve's able to get a good rate on it? I don't know how, I'm sure I hope it's not too expensive. I'd like to see everybody else, from Australia can pick up some stuff, but not be able to pay too much in shipping. I don't know how the shipping is there. I know Canada is really hard. It's That's why I don't. If I have any people I know in Canada, I can't ship them anything. It costs too much money. If I was to have them check some, test some stuff, it's always here in the U.S. and Australia is, of course, it's not bad. It's a little expensive, but it's not bad. And I think England is the same way. I've sent something to England before, so but yeah, hopefully you guys are not paying a lot of postage when you order a kit, because we're gonna have some more kits sooner or later. Once we get the trucks all settled in, we're gonna work on the cup bugs. That's the ones that we want to get done. The one we have, the current file, it's okay. Like Dave says, it's not the greatest. So we want to be able to have our guy design it, because the guy we use really does really excellent files. Every time we printed them, we don't have issues with them. They print really easy. They're just not difficult to deal with. So once you print them up, they look good. They're strong, thick, robust. These late model cards are really good, thickness to them. So a little bit tough, but yep, really good designer. So and he's got a lot of good stuff on Colts too. He has a lot of the stuff there. That's really good prints, solid good prints. So when you get a junky print, that's when it sucks. I sent the pics to. Okay, you did, KOZ. Shipping is ridiculous. What was it, like, $40 or $50, Dave? I'm sure Steve has a way to making it a little bit cheaper for himself, to make it a little cheaper for the people that order. But yeah, you did tell me how much it was. Like $50 or something, wasn't it? But you sent a bunch of stuff, so it was a pretty good sized box, wasn't it? Because I know you had to send them a lot of things, send them a lot of fingers and stock card Jesuses and stuff. All right, well, nobody else is really chatting to me there, so I won't sit here and talk all night. But almost $100. Ooh, damn. Yeah, well, I'm sure it was worth it. Those guys are probably enjoying all of it. That is a lot. $100 is quite a bit. Like I said, I don't know how Steve, what Soccer Corner is charging wise is, but it was a good sized box. Probably why the weight, size of it, especially if you don't use the postal. Well, I don't know if that even applies, because if you use their flat rate boxes, I think that's only for the U.S. But the Australian boxes, excuse me, the boxes you send that are not the correct size you send Australia may be different. Cheaper than Canada, Dave. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna stop the live. I just wanted to uh, just show off the camera here and see how it looks. And pretty happy with it. I like where it's at. I don't have a bunch of cameras around the track and wires running all over the place, so it just makes it a little neater. So sent a couple AFX to Fox and Wolves, tiny box, $40. Worse than since state level. Cool. That's good. That's good. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me, and you guys take care and have fun racing. See you later. Take it easy.